Welcome back, everyone. Episode 22 of We've Lost a Step with Ethan and Caroline. It's a very, very special episode this week. We've brought in what I have deemed as the group chat. So this will be the group chat episode. We have the infamous Ben and the infamous Thomas, aka Sheck and T. Caroline is here. We'll go around the horn. Caroline, how are you? How was the last week?
Week was great. I'm very excited. This was a late addition
Yes,
to the episode,
yes,
bringing the sports are dead right now.
yeah.
So this
The
is what
dog
we're this
days.
is what we're doing. My last week was good. I haven't done much. I'll be quick. I did a beer-a-thon on Saturday. We had bibs and everything for it. It was pretty sick,
That is pretty
honestly.
cool. That's
But it
pretty
was really
cool.
cool. That's kind of it for my week. Better Thomas, you want to
Go ahead, Ivy.
go?
All right. Well, long time listener, first time caller. Thanks for
Yep.
having me.
You're welcome.
Um, my last week played some aggressively mediocre golf. Got really upset. Other than that, just the typical work, practice, and go home. So nothing too special.
It's on the grind.
Plenty of
Welcome,
plenty of golf stories to come if you want them. That's the only thing
welcome,
that's active in the sports world.
welcome to the pod.
Benjamin?
Check.
Pretty standard last week. Went to work, came home, listened to the podcast on, I think it
My
was a day
guy.
late, so
There we
Thursday or
go.
Friday, but excited to be on. Finally, it took them 22 episodes, Thomas, but here we
21. It
are.
took us 21 episodes.
Whatever.
Actually,
There was an
maybe
episode
22
zero.
because there was an episode 0. Yeah.
Yeah, remember,
Look at Ben
listen.
knows. He's on
Yeah,
top of
It
it.
Ben.
took it took all of the sports to end for them to be like, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah, that's what it
I
took,
guess we
Thomas.
need to invite him.
That's what it took. We know
Oh
where we
boy.
stand.
That's not true. Come on now. That's not true. So we've got a few different topics this week. We got the Travelers Championship, we've got Hard Knocks. We've got a bit of a recap based on the conversation from last week. Talk a little bit of F1 and Ryan Reynolds. And then I know everyone really wants to talk about amateur golf tournaments. So I hope that a lot of people who listen, I say a lot, it's not a lot, but those that do listen, I hope they can empathize with some of the amateur golf stories that we tell today, as well as a cereal draft. Everyone's going to get 5 cereals to draft, and that could provide some heated debate, I
I
bet.
don't even know if I can think of 20 cereals to
Well, I'm
like.
going to have to Google a list of cereals first of all, and
Yeah.
Oh
then
my
and then
God,
we
you
can
guys
go
are
from there.
amateurs. I got this in the bag.
Yeah, I would say the Conroy boys eat a lot of cereal, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
To
they
this
have a
day,
leg
baby,
I
to
up.
this
got
day.
Scottish cereals in my head. I mean, I'm
Oh
ready to go.
God.
Wow, Scottish
Oh yeah.
cereal. Caroline, you kind of built the list this week. Kick us off here with your thoughts on the Travelers Championship.
Ben and Thomas can't see the list, which is
I
kind
know,
of
but that's
funny.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't watch, so I just really thought it was the only sports thing that occurred this weekend that
Kind of
we could
was.
talk about. All I know is Keegan Bradley won. And I just had one thought on it, and then actual people who watch golf probably have more. But they kept talking about how it was like a hometown win for Keegan Bradley. And I looked up where he lived, and it's Vermont, and the tournament was in Connecticut. And I just have to say, I don't think it's right or like I don't know. I just don't get it that you can say you want a hometown tournament when it's just like a regional tournament that you also live in. Like if you live in Washington and you win something in California, you didn't win a hometown tournament. But that was my only thought because I didn't watch a single second of it. So
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, is are there any other pro golfers from New England that we can think of off the top of our head? Because I can't.
No, they're all from Florida, kind of.
Right. Well,
Florida and California.
of course they are.
Yeah.
Right. And some backstory to that hometown event thing. Apparently, he went to this tournament as a child every single year, so he felt that it's his hometown event. I saw
Mhm.
some stuff on Twitter about people also giving him some shit, rightfully so, because he's from Vermont, and Connecticut is not Vermont. It's a bit of a ride, actually.
A
So,
long ride. Yeah.
yeah, I think he's from like a little bit north in
He's
Vermont
from,
too.
yeah, where I went to school. Yeah.
Oh, he's
Oh
from
wow.
Stowe? I didn't
He's
know
from
that.
around Stowe. Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
All
See?
in all, I didn't watch. I think maybe I watched an hour of the Travelers Championship. It played a little easier than the U.S. Open the week before. I don't really have the bandwidth to be able to just continually watch golf that I don't really care about over and over and over again.
I never thought you'd say those words ever in my
Bandwidth?
entire life. No,
Ban-
bandwidth. Yeah, I'm saying like to want to watch golf. I feel like all of everyone in this here chat loves to watch golf all
well,
the
I
time.
wanted
mean,
to watch golf. I just didn't.
coming off the U.S. Open, you can only watch so much. We watched
See?
every one of BDR's shots.
True.
We
True.
analyzed
BDR.
them.
BDR.
Shout out to my boy Ricky shooting 60. That's a great number. 1 off of 59. Great story between him and John Rahm. He shot 59 and won by 1. But I didn't watch a shot. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even watch the highlights of his 60. But I know he did.
What are your thoughts on Keegan's comments about the hometown event?
Whatever. Call it what you want. Does that mean that I guess Oak Hill is my hometown event, so I get the PGA Championship? Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, but at least you were born in the city that it occurred.
Yeah. Whatever. Call it what you
I'm
want.
gonna forgive it because golf in the Northeast, like professional golf in the
Sure.
Northeast, there's none of it. They've just abandoned us. So like if it's 6 hours, like that's kind of the best you got.
True.
So
I guess you're right.
plus, I mean, there's like 3 stories in the sports world. I don't think I'm gonna take away hometown event. Like that's probably the best we got here.
Yeah, I guess
True.
this isn't on the list, but college baseball is still going on. That's another story. And
By
then-
the way, did you see how many runs Florida
It's
scored last night?
24-3.
24 runs.
100.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then the LA Angels of Anaheim. By the way, fuck that name because that's the dumbest name in sports. They
That's
scored
their
like
name?
the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Yes,
That's
their
their-
name.
Legal
Oh.
name.
Yeah,
What?
I'm clearly not tuned into baseball. What? There's no shot. You're lying.
at least it used to be their name. It
You
might not
can't
be their
have
name.
a name that has
I'm-
2 cities in it.
I'm telling you that when
Oh.
they moved from Anaheim to LA for stadiums, their name became the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I don't know if it's still their name or not, but that was
Wait.
their name when they moved.
Stand by. Does that mean the A's are going to be the Oakland Athletics of Vegas? What are we talking about?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Baseball does their own thing. There's no salary cap. They pay taxes that no one understands. I have no clue. But yeah.
And
Well,
they
you
wonder
clearly
why
know
Use
more.
sticky stuff. I don't know what's happening.
They cheat.
Well, the Angels
wow.
scored like 35 runs in a series against the Colorado Rockies
series.
in a series, and they only won 1 game.
What?
Because in one of the games they scored 25 runs and won 25-4 or something.
Wow.
Okay.
And they had scored like 22 of them by the 4th inning or 5th inning.
There should
What a
be a
sick
mercy
game.
rule. Yeah.
What a sick game.
Shohei
Oh,
Ohtani
God.
went 1 for 7. He was the only guy that didn't have multiple hits in the game.
Are we shocked that people aren't
He's-
lining the fences to get into baseball games? Are we really shocked?
I
I
mean,
know.
no. We talked about it a long time ago. The games are shorter, beer sales are down. So
Oh my god.
The poor
Here we
owners
go.
and their beer
Here
sales.
we
You know
I
what?
know.
go.
Ethan's
Yeah.
just trying to make some more billionaires. He's just trying to help people.
I know.
out.
No,
you don't
no,
have to
no.
help them.
I'm just trying to make sure people have fun if they attend a sporting event. That's all.
When was the last baseball game you went to?
Probably it was Wrigley Field on a Sunday when it was 95 degrees outside after I'd been out until like 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday night, and it was vomit inducing. Like it was awful. I was
Sounds
drinking
like
like
a you
I was
problem.
drinking like $18 frozen blue drinks from Wrigley.
Sounds like a mistake. What about
It
you?
wa-
When was the
I
last
mean, it
time you
was.
two went to a baseball game?
I went to a
Jacksonville
Baltimore
Jumbo Shrimp.
Orioles game.
An Orioles
that-
game?
I
I
was
went
so
to an
confused
Orioles
that day.
game on a bachelor party in Baltimore. I got hammered and started tweeting at the Orioles main account every time there was a home run. We were there for like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. It was like middle of the 7th inning. We left. The Orioles put up like 10 runs. I mean, it was a mess.
Wow.
But
It's
I
more.
made it fun. I spent
it's
like
more,
$60.
It's more that you went to a bachelor party in Baltimore.
Yeah, that,
Everyone
It's
was in the
concerning.
Northeast except for one groomsman in Baltimore, and we all drove. I don't know why.
Oh,
Yeah,
well-
I was kind of a late addition.
That's
They were like,
okay.
"Hey, we need
well then
another
you have
guy.
no
We need a
choice.
body."
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
no choice.
we need a body.
Yeah,
We need a
I was
body.
just there for symmetry.
That's
That was
how
it.
bachelor parties work sometimes. You just need a body.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, should we move on to our next topic? This is just a callback to last week with Hard Knocks. They haven't announced, but all the
I mean-
fun NFL insider bros have said that the Jets are going to be forced to be on the show, which we said was going to happen. And someone tweeted that their lack of interest is the focal point of the show, and I
That's
don't
so
understand,
stupid.
yeah, how that could be the focal point of the show. Oh, ooh, everyone just rotated.
Oh, wow,
spots
everyone
on
just
the
went. Everyone just
screen.
changed spots on the screen. Interesting.
Wow. But yeah, that was all I had to say about it. Just a little update to the topic.
Hard Knocks. They're not going to let Aaron Rodgers go on the show. He's going to be like in
He's
his.
gonna be on a retreat.
He's going to be in his ayahuasca bubble or something, He's such a clown. And then it's just going to be about like what's the guy's name? Garrett Wilson. And then it's going to be about Zach Wilson being like the third string quarterback. Who gives a shit?
Okay, wow. All right. Let's move on. We have our
Well, are we going to let Ben and Thomas
Yeah,
even
I would
talk
say you
about the
can talk
NFL?
about it. There's
I've watched
Because
precisely 0 episodes of Hard Knocks
Ben
in my
is a
life.
noted NFL fan.
I
True.
mean, if it's not about the 49ers,
Yeah.
I simply don't care. We're on to bigger and better things. We have one focus this year. We're going for a ring. I'm not worried about the Bills. I'm not worried about the Jets. I'm not worried about
Wow.
the Patriots over there, Thomas. I know you're a closet Patriots fan, dude. I'm worried about getting through the NFC, getting to the big game, and watching Brock Purdy throw 4 tutties, no interceptions, 350 yards. That's what I'm looking forward
Is
to.
he gonna
Debo's
be
gonna.
ready?
Holy, get out of your glass case.
Okay,
He's
okay,
gonna sprain a
Caroline.
pinky again.
I don't know if he's going to be ready, but it doesn't matter. Thomas,
He's in Jacksonville throwing footballs or something for the next 2 weeks.
yeah, we're rehabbing right now.
Ben's been watching.
We got Sam Darnold with the reins. Trey Lance, I got to be honest, don't know what's happening there.
Third string.
I'll be the first to say it. Probably not a good idea to trade up and draft him, but what are you going to do? It's in the past. We look forward to the future. Look for a breakout season out of Brandon Ayuk. I believe he's going to have more targets
Wow.
and probably a lot more yards than Debo this year. And Christian McCaffrey, a full year in the Shanahan offense, this could be a dangerous team, ladies and gentlemen, a dangerous
I'm
team.
I'm pretty sure the question was like, did you watch Hard Knocks?
And I led with, if it's not about the 49ers, I simply
He did.
do not care.
He did.
I'm definitely gonna draft Christian McCaffrey first, though, if I get the opportunity in fantasy football, or Josh Allen.
Actually, Caroline, I'm going to ask you as a personal favor, can you not draft Christian McCaffrey first in fantasy football?
Ben,
Because, whoa, week 0 listener over here, I know your track with fantasy and betting on sports. It ain't good. I don't need him going down with an
True.
ACL in week 1 because
true.
you drafted him first overall.
True. Actually,
Ethan, you can draft
everyone.
him because you end up in the final. So Ethan, you can draft him.
I
Thomas,
was the champion this year.
Thomas, you keep playing fantasy hockey. Have fun with that.
I won my fantasy football league too.
Oh,
Hey,
wow,
my
let's
fantasy
must
hockey
be
go.
league.
nice.
Oh, look
Oh,
at you
boo. I
go.
came in second in that one.
Must be nice, everyone. Must be nice.
Yeah.
It is.
Moving on to F1, because Ben and Thomas are, I feel like, the most long time, it's not the right word, car like racing
Invested. They're
people that I
invested in.
know. So I want to get
So you're
thoughts
saying
on this Alpine deal.
Oh
you're
yeah. Oh
saying
yeah. They can't see
pre-drive to
the
survive?
sheet.
They can't see the sheet. Yes, Drive to Survive. But
Real
Ryan
ones.
Reynolds, Rob McElhenney, and Michael B. Jordan, and then like a bunch of investment firms, bought a 24% stake worth about like 200 million, I think, or so, in the Alpine F1 team. They are currently 5th in the Constructors' Championship this season. But I want to get everyone's thoughts. What do we think about celebrities diving into F1? Do we think it's a good idea? Do we support it?
We could start with it is pronounced Alpine.
Okay.
I literally I
An
knew you
asshole.
were gonna do that. I fucking knew you were gonna do that.
Such an asshole.
I
Bueno.
mean, Ben knows all the real stuff, so I was gonna get like the things I know out quick. No, like it's kind of cool. I hope they do like a welcome to Wrexham for Alpine. I hope they just do the same
That'd be cool.
blueprint. I mean, F1's getting very like it's getting popular in America. It makes sense, and there are a lot more celebrities at all these events. I bet you're gonna see them there. But Alpine's like constantly like in the middle. They're like the Philadelphia Flyers, like never good enough to be good, never bad enough to be bad.
True.
Sort of hanging around in the middle.
Or like
Maybe this is the investment that they need to get there. I think it took like a massive wallet in Lawrence Stroll to make Aston Martin really good. So I don't know if it's enough, but Ben would know more. So
I mean, look, it's cool for the sport in the sense that there is interest. Look, we do have celebrities in there. Actually, they're trying to limit the amount of celebrities in there. I don't know if you saw the incident this past
Oh.
weekend with Neymar. They don't want as many celebrities on the grid in the paddock. It's quite frankly gotten a little out of hand. The real thing is there's a cost cap in Formula One now. Most teams are spending to the cost cap. They're going to bring money in. Where they use that money is going to be the important part. Right now, like Thomas said, they're a middle of the road team. They have very good drivers in terms of Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon actually a race winner back in 2021. That's back when
And Pierre.
Lewis Hamilton and Pierre race winner with Alpha Tauri. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it works out. I think overall the engagement with it is good. I think if anything, NASCAR needs to learn from Formula One's success, create some type of show to get people interested that shows the behind the scenes. Because let's be real, not many people are watching Formula One races right now. Max Verstappen's winning everything. He's a machine in a great
Boo,
machine.
boo, boo.
Boo.
That dude is
Okay.
so freaking annoying on
Boom.
everything.
Boom. His tears are going to feel really good on the top step of the podium. So, but that's the thing. Like, we're kind of going to say, oh, could this be the thing to get Alpine over the edge? They need to spend the money in the right areas. And if as long as they don't spend the money in the right areas, they'll probably remain fifth. Otmar Schnappsbauer and all these guys are going to have to figure out how to make that car viable. But they do have the drivers in there to do something, so we'll see.
Oh, you like ripped off a lot of shit I didn't
He
know.
knows that was the most in-depth thing that's ever
Yeah.
been said on this podcast. First
That
of
was
all.
like factual and like
That's
wow.
why
was
Thomas
like-
went in. That's why Thomas went with the Alpine, and then he left me to do the dirty work.
Wow. What happened with Neymar? I don't know what happened.
So it's not just Neymar. If you watch pre-race coverage, there's this guy, a little short British guy named Martin Brundle.
Yeah, I
And he
don't
does the
watch
grid.
pre-race coverage.
So he does this thing. Actually, I got to be honest, they're hilarious. He does this thing called the grid walk, where he literally walks in the crowded grid when the cars are on the grid in their places. And he tries to interview celebrities. So he had an issue last year with Thomas. You actually know Caroline. You're probably the one who knows Megan the Stallion.
Oh,
Megan
yeah.
Thee Stallion, yeah.
Megan the
Yep.
Stallion.
He's had issues with the Williams sisters. He's had issues with Neymar, where people blow him off. This year, he had a really funny moment with Roger Federer, where he was over time, but he got some old guy to go get Roger Federer so he could get a quick interview. It lasted 10 seconds, so it wasn't even worth it. But basically, the celebrities are kind of taking over the grid. They're getting all this crazy access, trying to limit it. Like I said, Brad Pitt, actually, he's going to drive a Formula One car this
I saw
year
that.
at Silverstone. At the mecca of Formula One, Brad Pitt is driving a Formula One car. There's going to be other F1 cars on the track, not the drivers, but other, I think, Formula 2,
He's going to
Formula 3,
die,
other.
right?
No, it's for a movie.
It's for a movie. Lewis Hamilton's
Wow.
co-director. And I think what F1 is realizing is the press is good, right? We have all this good, positive feedback. But if it takes away from the sport, at the end of the day, your core fans are more important than these people who are going to be here for a few years because they watch a Netflix show, right?
True.
If Netflix dries up, let's just say Netflix dries up, they don't have Formula One anymore on Drive to Survive, half their audience goes away. So they have to look after that half that watches because of the racing, not the celebrities.
Makes sense. Very
That
insightful.
was a very well put together discourse there.
I mean, if you think that's something, wait till I get to the cereal. Holy crap, you guys are in for a rough
All right.
ride.
All right. Moving on. Thank you for the background into the Alpine F1 team.
Nailed it.
24% stake that Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney and a whole bunch of other celebrities have now invested in. Personally, I gave up on Drive to Survive once Lewis Hamilton stopped being competitive. So it doesn't really seem like to me that F1 is really competitive anymore. It just, listen, you can make your little whiny faces all you want because I don't like the fact that Max Verstappen is a bit of a cocky asshole and like acts like if anyone touches him on the track that they should go to prison for 10 years because that's how it
Wow.
comes off to me, at least. Like,
You're not wrong.
it's still a professional sport that he has to realize, like, hey, there are other people on the track except for him. Like, just because he's the best right now doesn't mean that everyone has to get out of his way. Like,
Well, F1's always
you're still
had
supposed to
this-
compete.
Quite frankly, F1's had this issue for a long time, right? So if you look at the championships, right, Sebastian Vettel won 4 in a row, right, back with Red Bull.
Oh, so
Lewis
someone just
Hamilton
gets
took-
hot for like a while,
The best
Mhm.
driver gets the best car. You're never
Right.
going to beat it.
and then you're never
So then
gonna
Lewis
beat him.
Hamilton won a bunch in a row. He did have 1 year where his teammate Nico Rosberg in 2016 beat him in the exact same
Mhm.
car. Nico then
Wow.
retired that year.
Good
last
for
year, 'cause
Nico.
Yeah.
He said, I'm done. I've done what I need to do. And that's when Valtteri Bottas went
All right.
to Mercedes.
Mercedes.
And obviously Lewis rattled off a bunch in a row. Again, best driver, best car.
I wonder if
Verstappen-
Nico Rosberg had like a hit put out on him by Lewis Hamilton, and that's why he actually retired.
If you ever want some fun YouTube 20 minutes, go watch a season review of that season. They crashed a bunch of times. Actually, they had the fastest car by sometimes a second a lap, but they almost lost the championship because they crashed so many times into each other that Vettel was at Ferrari at the time. He actually just snuck in because they kept crashing into each other.
Nice.
But Hamilton rattled off a bunch, and now it's Max's turn. And it's just going to be who's next. I really hope Charles Leclerc. That's who we're pulling for.
Charles.
That's who
Ferrari,
we
baby.
want. We want Charles Leclerc, but
Thomas, who do you want?
He's hot. We want him to win.
I want
He's
McLaren.
slow.
Lando Norris.
Oh,
would be
yeah,
the best at
Lando.
McLaren.
Lando would be fun, but I have
Ferrari
zero
can
faith
go
in
away.
McLaren. I
How
have
come-
zero faith in McLaren.
How come there's only one American driver in F1?
And he's horrible.
I see he's
because
in
it's
last
not like our
place.
thing. F1's not a sport that I feel like the
We have
U.S. is
decent
like
IndyCar drivers.
Caroline, how many points do you think that the American guy has in F1 this year? Ben and Thomas, do not answer.
6.
0.
Oh. Well, what team is he on?
A shitty one.
Williams.
Oh, they suck.
Alex Albon actually just had a good race last week, but
The other
Okay.
look,
one.
it's his first year in a Formula One car. You can't really judge him this early on, but I do not think that Logan Sargent is the future. It is nice to see an American face in there. We haven't had one in a really, really long time.
Go USA.
That was really factual.
That was a deep dive on F1, and I bet a lot of people either turned it off or just fast forwarded right through some of that.
All I'm saying is I talk about this all the
Casuals.
time. Watch the shows that they have
Yeah.
about these sports because it makes you more interested in the actual sport because you
It
start
does.
to like people like Lando Norris or Leclerc, and he's hot for all my female listeners. He really is. And it makes you like them. Like I'm watching Breakpoint right now, which is a tennis show, and it's making me actually way more interested in tennis. And I want to watch Wimbledon and I want to watch the big ones because I'm like, oh, I know who that person is. That's cool to see and root for these people, which before I didn't care one single bit about tennis. And I've gotten more into golf, watching the golf show, even though I'm surrounded by you two or you three all the time. The show helped. But speaking of golf, let's get into our amateur golf debate. Thomas has been competing in a lot of
Mhm.
tournaments and has a lot of thoughts. And as Ben said, we always like to look at the bottom of the leaderboard on these sites because they tell a great story. So please, anyone with thought, please take it away.
Thomas,
So-
I would like you to talk about the slow play that occurred in the group you were in with the video you sent of the guy putting, because that was Club Toss City if I'm in that group.
This kid was interminable. So we played this round this weekend on Friday. It was the first round, and this kid, his dad was caddying for him. He was in high school. He was clearly nervous, and
That's fine.
he had a full 60 to 90 seconds before every single putt from 5 feet to 50 feet, and it was to a T, the same routine. It was, he would lay belly down on the ground to read the putt behind the ball.
What?
Yes, that wasn't in the video. He would lay belly down, full down, plank on the green to read the putt. Oh yeah, he was wearing the Tiger Woods mock turtleneck too.
Oh my God.
Went great. So he would lay belly down reading the putt, and then he'd get the line going. And every time he put the line down, a line on his ball to know where it's going to go, and then stand over it to see if it's in the right spot. Back and forth, finally get in the right spot. Then he'd pull the mark away, stand over the ball like he's going to hit it, then back away, take 3 practice swings, up to the ball again, one more back off practice swing, go, hit the putt, and missed a bunch of them. So then
What
he had
did
to
he
do
shoot?
it all again. The video I sent you was on 18. He had an 8-foot putt for par down the hill. That was for an 80. The cut was 76.
Oh, so
And
he
he
was
took the full 60 seconds on a putt that would have made him miss the cut by 4. And he missed the putt. He shot 81.
I don't know how you do it. I'm allergic to 3 things in life: manual labor, gluten, and slow play. I don't know how you do it. I did used to play tournament golf for you listeners who don't know me, but I have since somewhat retired because I can't do it. And if it takes you that long to hit a shot, you're probably just not good or not going to hit it well. Ethan and Thomas can attest. I usually
His
just get a
dad was
number.
chirping him too.
Oh, really?
No, to
his
me,
dad's a
I would
legend.
go, I'd finish my shot, and then he'd stand up there, and he would take a swing. He hit one. It was almost a clean shank, way left into the trees, and he just mutters under his breath, "The fuck is he doing today?" Dude, you're his caddy. You're supposed to help him out. He was just
But
like venting to me about how poorly his son was playing. I'm like, I don't know.
You know, Thomas, we were doing good and you dropped an F-bomb there, so now we got to put an E next to this episode.
oh, I've already
It's
sworn multiple
all
times.
it's all you.
I've already sworn 3 times, so it doesn't
I
matter.
took my cues.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's
But
an
no,
E on
it's
everyone.
But what
it's
I'd like to
ridiculous.
talk about for sure within amateur golf are people that enter golf tournaments that have no business being in said golf tournament. Now, we're going to use the New York State Women's Amateur as an example. We're not going to name any names, but someone shot a
okay.
116 and then a 107 for plus 79 through 2 rounds, a total of 223. That's like what pros shoot through what, like halfway through their final round. I'm just saying, I feel bad. She must have been really nervous, but 53, 54, 55, 61, those are the 9-hole scores. She shouldn't be there. They should have made her withdraw.
I just think she improved so much on the second round. I'm so proud of her.
Caroline, there's nothing
11
we
shots
can use
better.
nervous. We use nervous as an argument here.
It's 9 shots
If there's
better.
anything that derails your nerves, it's a 9 or an 8. She took a few of those really early on.
She made an 11.
She wasn't nervous after hole 3 because she knew she was done. She knew her goose was cooked. Quite frankly, she'd have been doing the course a favor if she withdrew. I get she paid the money, so she should play. But as long as she's playing fast, I don't care. The problem is if you take 117 shots, you ain't playing very fast, especially when
I
the
actually
competitors are taking 75.
I have a follow-up on this. Because Ethan
Okay.
said in the infamous group chat, we're probably making fun of an 11-year-old right now. So I took it upon myself to do some Googling.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is, without naming names,
Wait, you found? I did some Googling too.
I found
Oh
exactly who this
no.
was
Oh
in
no.
the area she lives in.
Niagara.
Naming names would be so much more fun right now.
She works for the Catholic Church. She's a deacon.
Oh.
No way.
I'm gonna burn in
So we
hell
spent
now.
the whole
We all-
day ripping on this poor woman who was taking her Saturday or her Monday away from God to play some golf.
Shit.
And we spent the whole day tearing her apart.
Wait, how
Well,
old
God
is she?
probably knows that she sucks at golf too.
I mean, older.
I mean, it doesn't take. God's pretty good at math, from what I can gather. 117 is a lot.
She
I'm
lost
sorry.
it.
Or something.
She lost to 39th place by 24 shots.
Yeah, God was like, maybe just turn your hips a little more. Like maybe take a 3/4 swing. I don't know. God was trying to give her tips.
Don't you think like once you're 5 holes in, you're like, I should just end the day? Like,
Don't
it's
you
done.
think when
probably-
you go 6, 6, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, 8, 6, you're like, oh shit, today's not my day. Maybe I should just
Maybe it
go
was a
back
good
in the
day.
car.
Maybe it's a
Yeah,
good
but
day.
we're not
definitely
naming
didn't.
names though. Yeah, no
She
one
didn't
will
say, "Oh,
figure this
shit."
out.
She didn't say, "Oh shit." She probably said, "Oh sugar."
True.
God,
True.
can you help me with my big slice? Hail Mary, 10
Pounder.
Hail Marys, and you'll make a 10-footer.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I felt really bad.
Wow. Wow. I'm glad you got that. You kept that to yourself though until now.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
it made the day a lot more entertaining,
it. It did. It did. What's ETC stand for?
etc.
Oh.
Whoa.
Well, it has its own bullet point, so no one usually puts
Oh,
ETC. It's its own.
it just depended. Like if we got into the King of Rage talk, it just really depended on the amateur golf scene circuit. But due to time constraints, we're moving forward. So in the spirit of draft season, we are going to do a serial draft. We're going to use a random name generator to see who gets the first pick. It's going to generate the whole draft order. Ben feels very strongly about his serial takes.
I hope he's last.
We've got some extended
If I'm
time
last,
here
I think
today
this is a scam.
to discuss serials. In the spirit of draft season, the NHL draft is coming up. The NBA draft just occurred. Are those the only 2 drafts? There's no World War III draft yet, so we're good to go there.
Good one, Ethan.
All right.
I got
Random-
bad eyes.
Thomas.
I'm out.
Random name generator. Here we go. The draft order is Thomas,
This is a
Caroline,
lie.
Ethan, and Ben.
Just want to let it be known. This is under protest. Whatever goes down here is under protest. I will not be coming back on.
Okay.
That's sad, but that's okay.
You get 10 seconds to make your pick. Not like give your reasoning, but we gotta be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta pump
This
tables
is
here.
purely to piss Ben off. With the number 1 pick in the serial draft on the We Lost a Step podcast, I take Captain Crunch berries.
Oh, that was gonna be mine.
Wow. The crunch berries, the roof of the mouth
1-1.
destroyer.
They're
Mhm.
so
Who needs
good.
that?
They're so good. Okay, with pick number 2, the reigning draft winner that I've claimed to myself.
Yeah, you claim that for yourself. Thank you
My
very
team was
much.
so much better in the basketball tournament.
I don't know about that.
I'm going to take. Ooh, I'm going to take. Did you know there's a Kung Fu Panda cereal? Anyways, I'm gonna take Fruit Loops.
Ooh, okay. That's a solid second overall pick. Fruit Loops, you can never really go wrong
I
with
think
Fruit
that would have
Loops.
been there at 6. I think
It's
that would
like
have. I think
a
you could have got better
it's like a
value out of that.
two-way center. He's
Yep.
responsible in the defensive zone. Second line, not really gonna play power play though.
Yep, I would
That's
agree.
drafting a
That's
linebacker.
right. That's
I would
right.
agree. I think so. Third overall in the serial draft of 2023, I am going to select. I don't know. Reese's
Doo-doo.
Puffs. I'm taking Reese's Puffs. That's a very versatile. It's a bit of a targeted pick, but it's very versatile all in the same token. So
You
I'm
can
going
only
Reese's
have
Puffs.
one bowl
It's
of Reese's Puffs.
No, I
though.
can eat the whole
really
box.
sweet.
What
I
are
can
you
eat the
talking
whole
about,
box.
Caroline?
It's
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. You can eat a
I'm with
whole box
Caroline.
of Reese's Puffs.
No.
The
Okay,
whole
No,
Ben,
I
box.
can
here we
have
go.
one.
All right. Well, with pick number 4 in this protested cereal draft, I am going to say it's a small cereal. It doesn't get the respect it deserves,
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh,
but we all know
No.
that Fruity Pebbles
Oh,
lap on an otherworldly level.
you guys love Fruity Pebbles.
that's a good
And
pick.
at number, because I think, again, this is under protest, so I might as
Oh,
well
of course,
throw a few flyers out there. I'm going to say Cinnamon Toast Crunch at
Solid.
number 5.
That's a good pick. I thought you were gonna
Yeah.
say I can't think of the name. Snap Crackle Pop.
Rice
Rice
Krispies.
Krispies.
Rice Krispies. That's what I thought
That
you
would
were
be
gonna
like me
pick.
drafting Cheerios. Like, what are we doing
Ugh.
here? Oh, come on, Caroline.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to be
I'm
like,
not
no.
interested in my health. If I'm
Yeah.
eating cereal, I'm actually trying to kill myself slowly.
More quickly, really. All right, Ethan.
All right, I have a bit of a trend here. I ate a ton of these as a kid. Cocoa
No.
Puffs.
Oh,
Cocoa
okay.
Puffs.
You love a sweet one bowl
Yes.
cereal.
That's way more than a one bowl cereal.
Cocoa Puffs are better. Plus, they make the milk all chocolate.
Yes, and then
And
you can drink it. Yeah.
That's pretty sick. I'll give them
You're
that.
going, you see,
Yeah.
you're too narrowly focused
better
on
than
all
Reese's
chocolate
Puffs.
cereals. You're gonna have to branch out here.
There are
That's
plenty
like
of other
drafting.
cereals.
That's like
I
drafting
told
all defensemen. You're never gonna score.
I'm making targeted
You're never
I'm
gonna
making
score.
targeted selections.
Wow. I don't know what's left.
There's a lot of cereals in the
Oh,
world.
My second pick. Frosted Flakes. Duh.
Solid.
I could eat a
Overrated.
whole box of Frosted Flakes.
Overrated.
I'm
Caroline,
building a
soggy.
team, Thomas.
Caroline, this is another draft where I
Too
think you're gonna
soggy.
finish last.
I won the last draft
Here's-
for sure.
So
What
here's
about
the
your
thing
fantasy
about
football draft?
cereal. There's really no like bad choices. It's just
Yeah,
it's
there
your
is
own.
Kicks.
Well, yeah, Kicks kind of suck.
Yeah, ew. I've never eaten
Horrible.
Kicks, I don't think.
Really? I think they were before your time.
Special
Yeah, you
K.
might be a little
Any
young
of the,
for
any of those.
Yeah, there's
Raisin
bad
Bran.
cereals out there. Yeah, Raisin Bran.
We're out of cereal. My mom's Special K is all that's in there. I'm like, I'll have it. Couldn't eat more than a bite. Dumped it down the drain.
No. Bad.
Gag on it.
All right,
Yeah,
Thomas.
it's horrible. A lot of different ways we could go, but this is what I had before I went to Powertrain with these two and
Oh.
nearly blew chunks all over their nice gym. Lucky Charms is my
Oh,
second pick.
That's a good pick.
good.
That's a good
Yeah.
pick.
That's a really
That's
I
good
know.
value in
Thank
the
you.
second round.
Good value. That's great
huge.
value in the second round.
Huge.
That's high upside, talent. It's a Russian. It might take a few years to get here, but
That's okay.
yeah, he'll be fine. All right, and then I get
It's an
another
SEC
one.
You
quarterback.
get another one.
Oh. Yeah, this is just because the idea of it's so perfect. Cookie Crisp.
Oh, I was gonna do
I was going
that.
for Cookie Crisp.
Whoever had that idea is like, wait, we put this in milk. We put cookies in milk. Let's make a cereal of cookies.
Let's call it
Genius.
cereal.
Genius.
That's really
That's a
really
great pick. Cookie
that's a-
Crisp. That's a great 1-2 punch there. Lucky Charms and Cookie Crisp
Mm-hmm.
back to back. Sound off in the comments if you don't agree. Tell us your favorite cereals. But we got a couple more picks to make. Caroline, with your third overall, not third overall, but with the second pick in the third round.
Oh, I'm really struggling if we're gonna be honest. I don't eat that much cereal.
Well, I don't either.
I'm choosing between
Cookies.
two. I'm gonna go, no one's gonna agree with this, but if you get a good bowl of frosted mini wheats,
Oh, I love
they're
a
a
good
good two-way
frosted mini
player
wheat.
too.
Yep.
Because you
That-
get the frosting sometimes first when you take that bite, and it's
Mhm.
really good.
And you get the benefits of the fiber.
Yeah,
Those are the perfect, like, I can have 10 bowls because, like,
Yep.
it's got fiber. I can, it's
Yeah.
good for me.
absolutely.
It's good for
Yeah.
me. It never sits well, but it always tastes great.
So the chocolate chip mini wheats. Oh,
They're so good.
I've never had a chocolate chip mini
Oh.
wheat, but that sounds pretty
you
good.
have to. It's the only cereal I buy now.
Yeah,
With-
because you
Because,
think
like,
it's
I'm not
because
gonna-
it's some version of healthy.
I can pretend it's healthy. It's the only one I can justify.
Do you get the mini ones, like the super small ones,
Mini.
or do you get the big ones?
chocolate mini wheats? Yep.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. Okay, Ethan,
Oh.
your third pick.
With the third pick in the third round, Ethan takes Golden Grams because they're the shit.
Solid. I mean, hey,
They're
that's the middle six.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fine.
sometimes you just need someone who's going to go to the
Yeah,
net and is going to be solid in the D zone, and that's
the
what Golden
Sabres need
Grams
some of
are.
that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
Ben doesn't
fine,
agree.
fine
It's
pick.
fine.
It's a fine pick overall.
We don't.
You're not blowing me. You're not blowing
There's
me
not
away. But you're not.
studs everywhere in the third round here. All right.
No, we're
So,
running.
end of the third round, we're gonna go with. This is a specialty series, so you guys. I know you dropped the ball. I know you weren't
Specialty.
ready for this. We're gonna go with Count Chocula, the
I-
Halloween Lucky Charms cereal that turns the milk chocolate milk. Underrated.
Never
Only
had
comes
it.
out from time to time. He's an October player, right? When Brock Purdy was in college, they called him Brocktober. We're going with an October cereal. All right. And now we're going to head into the fourth round.
Right.
And we're going to take someone from the Caribbean islands, a lot of speed. He's got this good kind of flow to his game. And I'm talking about those Apple Jacks, baby. I'm talking about give me those Apple Jacks with that cinnamon apple. My little
Oh.
Rastafaria man. He's going to run around, surf on you. Great cereal.
They
And the
did,
fact that
that's
you guys
right.
let
They're-
him slip to the fact that you guys let him slip to the fourth round is
You're right.
inexcusable.
You're right.
They
That's good.
they had the Rastafarian like cinnamon stick and then the
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
uptight apple. That was
That's
a
right.
great.
Was always
That's
mad.
That
right.
was
Yep.
great.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was solid. That was solid branding right there.
It was.
Oh yeah.
All right, with my fourth round selection, I'm really debating here between two different cereals. I'm not quite sure. Both were real staples in my life. I'm gonna pick Trix.
No, F you. No, literally, I was gonna pick them next. Fuck you, because they used to be so much
The-
better with the
Yep.
shapes, and now
Yep.
they're not the shapes, so people don't
Yep.
think
Oh,
about them
yeah.
anymore.
Yep, Trix.
Trix is a
Those
great
those
pick.
are they're just
They
Actually, shame
chef's
on me
kiss.
for letting that end up.
That
Shame on me
is-
for letting that end up. That's a
That's
they
such a-
did low key get worse when they turned into circles.
Way
though.
worse.
of course
Yeah.
they
They
did
Yeah, they had the
because
little
everything
shapes in
tastes
there.
better in a shape.
Yeah, like all
Absolutely.
the mac and cheese always tastes
The
better.
Cheetos that are the shapes taste better than the non-regular
SpongeBob
Cheetos.
mac and cheese.
SpongeBob mac and
Dinosaur
cheese.
chicken bites.
Well,
Facts.
if Chick-fil-A came out with dinosaur-shaped chicken,
I'd live there.
it might. I'd live there.
I really don't even know what's left.
There's a lot left.
I must have the wrong list.
I mean, not just based on this list, just overall, there are lots of cereals left.
I know.
I
really
can't start naming them because I'm going to give some potential ideas away. But
Trix really threw me.
Raisin Bran.
Oh. Fourth
Raisin
round
Bran.
pick, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
it already got
Already
taken.
picked.
Oh,
Already
Fudge.
picked.
Fudge.
Sorry, Car.
I'm
That's
not
tough.
keeping
That
a
was slipping
list.
for-
I am. I have the list.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna throw one out there, but you gotta work with how I would eat it. Okay.
Ooh, I think I might know.
Mhm.
I know what you're gonna say.
I'm gonna pick with my fourth pick, rice checks.
Yep.
Knew it.
But
Knew
I
it.
used to put sugar
All over them.
top of
You
it.
needed to.
Yep. Yep.
and it was
fair.
so good.
It's so
That's
good.
fair. That's
The-
fair.
so good.
The best part is the sugar that misses it, and then
In
you
the
get to
wa-
scrape it off the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Yep.
my pick.
All right, so That's a universal good pick, according to everyone here.
Yeah.
So
You have to add
Only
yeah,
with the sugar.
yes.
only with the sugar.
Horrible
Otherwise,
without
it's
sugar.
terrible. Otherwise, it's the
You
worst.
can't tell the
But
story of cereal without Rice Chex. You really can't.
I know.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's fair.
The
That's fair.
seminal moment. And then fourth round here. This is never gonna go wrong. Super solid. Honeycomb.
Oh,
smart.
good
That was my
one.
last
I'm gonna
one.
be
That
very
was my
honest.
last
I
one.
feel awesome about my draft.
Yeah, I feel like
Well, you
shit
have one more
about
pick,
mine.
so
You have one more pick.
Oh shoot, I have one more pick.
It's the
Okay.
fifth round now.
this is where it all
I
can go wrong.
wasn't ready for this. All right.
Some say it makes all the difference.
It could
Mr.
all come
Irrelevant.
unraveled right now.
I mean, yeah, maybe. Okay.
Oof.
These are also a solid one. Pops.
What's pop?
The
Remember
corn
the
pops.
little-
Corn pops.
Yeah,
Those are
the
good.
corn
Oh,
pops.
so good.
Yeah,
Corn
so
pops.
good.
Those
The
are
little
good.
yellow
Yeah.
ones.
Corn
Yeah,
pops are
those are
just
good.
little balls of sugar. Those are so good.
they're incredible.
And
Wow.
and they had us tricked that it was like somehow nutritious because it
Corn.
said
Yeah,
corn
it's
on the box.
grain. Yeah. Remember when they used to tell us like grains are so healthy for you?
Yeah, maybe not with like 72 grams of
Fucking
sugar in them.
liars.
Yeah, like just cornstarch and like one seed from a wheat plant.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, Caroline, fifth round pick for you.
I'm just doing some intense research over here.
She's on Walmart.com and typed
I'm
in
literally
Yeah, right.
on
She's on
Target.
Amazon. She's on Amazon.
Everything I look up is healthy cereals, and that's not what we're looking for
Absolutely not.
here,
If you want to take that,
folks.
feel free.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make like it's like the safe draft pick. It's like
Oh,
we need the player. We're just gonna take him.
peanut butter crunch.
Oh, you son of a fucking!
Yes,
Shit.
I'm not gonna finish that one, but yeah.
peanut butter crunch for
Oh,
sure.
I
You took
yeah.
crunch berries and it put it out of my brain.
Mhm.
I already had
Wait.
that typed into my name because I didn't think that you would even pick that. So
Well, you stole tricks from me, you asked. So
damn
that's
it.
It's even now.
yeah.
Oh, son of a gun.
That's a good fifth round pick.
That's
That
a
is-
really good fifth round pick.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of value right there. So
That's
I'm gonna
getting
have
Braden Point late.
I'm gonna get absolutely roasted for this pick. Absolutely roasted, but it doesn't matter. This is the safe, smart pick in the fifth round. Honey Nut Cheerios because they are really good. To be quite honest, they are really
Another
good.
one where they tricked us into thinking it was good because it
Yep.
didn't have
For your
cholesterol
cholesterol?
or whatever.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has
good
a little
for
heart on the
cholesterol.
box.
Yeah,
Honey
that
Nut
was another one of
Cheerios
them.
That's
because I'm not
boring.
eating regular Cheerios because those
They're
are
fine.
lame.
Boring.
I would have to pour sugar all over my regular Cheerios. At least Honey Nut Cheerios has the little bit of
Pre-sugared.
sweetness to it. Yep,
True.
pre-sugared
With the
exactly.
Yeah.
final pick. So you left me two options here.
Ugh.
I already took the Pebble, so I can't go back on Pebbles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the safe option, the original captain, the goat of all goats, the red
original.
Captain Crunch, without the berries, because when we saw what those berries did on their own and that oops all berries, we all almost vomited. We knew they couldn't handle the football late in the quarter, going in the red zone. Right? We know they're not built for it, but we knew that the little yellow bites, we knew that they're game time. And we know in the fourth quarter, when we need something to go on, they're going to be there for us. If we need the clutch three in the corner, we pass it to the little yellow Captain Crunch.
No, the yellow ones they're locker room guys.
are.
They're
just-
good.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They're just getting the stars to their peak. You can't have all stars. They're just
Have all stars. You need
making
some
league
grit.
min. They're taking
And
the
they will
boys out, showing them where to
destroy-
go.
Destroy
Also, wait.
your mouth.
What is the problem with oops all berries? Because I loved oops all berries.
They were. I'm kind of with Ben as much as he's
Yeah,
they
annoying
were.
me with this whole fourth quarter take.
Ethan, I think your palate needs refining.
What you don't like
What?
my Reese's Puffs, Cocoa
Ethan's
Puffs,
picks
Golden
are
Grams,
pure
Tricks,
death.
and Honey Nut Cheerios?
I mean, honestly, the craziest thing is your best pick there was in your fourth round with Tricks.
What about
Some of those
Reese's
are
Puffs?
I like
good
Cocoa
cereal,
Puffs
but
more.
really, I'd
Yeah.
say Reese's Puffs are probably more known for their theme song than they are their actual taste.
Reese's Puffs aren't like durable. They're not going to give you the time.
They're not
that's
going to stand the
needed.
test of time.
Yeah.
Can you sing
'Cause
the
right now
Reese's
you wouldn't
Puffs
go
song?
eat
Because I
Reese's
don't know
Puffs.
it. I would absolutely eat
You can-
Reese's Puffs after dinner.
You can't sing the Reese's Puffs song?
I don't know it.
Eat them up, beat them up, beat them up, beat them up.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. You
I don't know that. I don't know
What?
that one.
It's like the Burger King song. Whopper, Whopper,
No,
Junior.
don't do it.
Whopper,
I'll hang up.
Whopper,
Just as
Junior,
sound.
Double, Triple, Whopper.
Yeah. Wow.
All right, so So to recap, Thomas with the Crunch Berries, Lucky Charms, Cookie Crisp, Honeycomb, and Corn Pops. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are we rating Thomas's draft?
It's pretty good.
Crunch Berries,
Top
Lucky
heavy.
Charms, Cookie Crisp, Honeycomb, and Corn Pops.
I'm giving
Top
it a
heavy.
6.
All right.
A 6?
It's top heavy.
There is not a single cereal on there that you wouldn't have taken in the second round and been happy with. Not a 1.
No, Pops.
That's
is a little-
analytics and value all the way through.
So I'm
is good.
I'm an anti Lucky Charms hater.
Why?
I don't like Lucky Charms. I don't think marshmallows belong in cereal. It's just my opinion.
And you
But
picked Reese's Puffs for your first
Reese's
pick,
Puffs.
and you're
Reese's
against
Puffs.
Lucky Charms?
I said I don't like Lucky Charms. So
Thomas,
I
I'll give you a
so I have-
7.2.
I have to factor that into my decision. So with that being
We should
said,
let the audience decide.
Thomas gets a 6.9.
Nice.
It's nice.
Nice.
It's great. I
Thank
like
God.
honestly like
I'm
if you
surrounded
would
by
have handed me
children.
that card at the beginning, I mean, sign it A+. That's all I wanted. Most of those I would have taken in the first round.
Wow.
That's fair. That's
Wow.
fair.
So
Caroline then
I'm giving
picked-
myself a 10.
Perfect. Of course you are.
As long as you like it.
Yeah, as long
Humble.
as you're confident in it. Perfect. Caroline then picked Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, Frosted Mini Wheats, Rice Chex with sugar on top, and then Peanut Butter Crunch.
Pretty good.
Ben, go ahead and rate Caroline's draft.
7.4.
Okay. Wow.
Thomas,
Pretty
she
good.
loaded it up. She loaded it up at the end with the peanut butter crunch. You kind of missing on that with the corn pops. That's inexcusable.
I got to sneak in the 5th round.
You got to get it. If you have a captain,
She
you
has
can
a
roll captain.
cereal that you need to add something to in order to make it
True.
edible.
And that's where I think like
All
I
of
you
mine
both
out of the
faltered.
box are goodness.
Hold on. No one said we
Honeycomb get
couldn't
too
add
soggy.
things to
Honeycomb
our
are fucking
cereal.
delicious.
They get too soggy.
This is collusion. This is bull. Yeah, Caroline, it's a good draft. It's a good draft. I think it's the best of the 3 here. The other 3, not me. I'll give it a.
Well, you also
se-
smoke your
I'll
own
give it a
toenails and get a buzz off of it.
7.8.
Okay, wow. That's
I'll
good.
give you, yeah, I'm
I
nice.
feel bad.
Yeah.
You got a 7. I'll give you a 7. I shouldn't have given you a 6.
What is this retroactive scoring now? Ben almost made me spit my water out talking about smoking toenails to catch a buzz. So I'm not
He's
really
from
sure
Ithaca.
what's going on. Caroline, I give yours another 6.9.
Really? Be
That's really
original.
nice.
I
Devin?
deserve
Ethan
more.
really likes
7.1?
cereal, is what he's saying.
7.1.
I do really like cereal.
Thomas, your Wi-Fi's going back to Cricket Mobile. You're gonna need to figure it out before we can talk again.
All right,
Ethan.
and then I picked Reese's Puffs, Cocoa Puffs. Apparently the puffy guy likes puffs. Golden Grams, Tricks, and Honey Nut Cheerios. So everyone roast me for this draft.
It's a 5.
4.7. 4.7.
Nice number though,
Yeah.
4.7.
That's the only
Yeah.
reason I'm giving it to you.
I have
'Cause
2.
it's really a
5.1.
4.1.
5. It's bad.
Damn. I got really excited for the cereal draft. I picked with my heart because I love all 5 of those cereals.
That's
We
all
know
that
you didn't pick with your
matters.
head.
Well, that's kind of like a known thing for me anyway, so it's all good.
We're getting deep.
Okay.
Sometimes we have moments on here where it's like
Yeah,
therapy.
sometimes we do. And then Ben picked Fruity Pebbles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Count Chocula, which is a seasonal cereal, so I'm not sure if that even counts.
I gotta look at it.
Apple Jacks, and then the red box Captain Crunch, which is just the little yellow pieces.
Do you
So-
see the variety?
Thomas,
not
I
one-
think we had the best ones.
Okay,
For sure.
Caroline, I'm gonna loop back here. You did have an add-on cereal where you took rice checks. We're just taking rice checks as a whole. You took the
Wasn't against the
blandest cereal
rules.
that there could
It
be.
wasn't against
Thomas?
the rules.
Thomas, Corn Pops was a mistake. That was a mistake. Other than that, you had a solid
Yeah.
draft, but Corn Pops
I
was a
love
big
how the
mistake.
way he's defending his own team is going after our
Just
teams
roasting you
instead
guys.
of like
Well, you can't find anything bad about my team. Go ahead.
First of
Come
all,
at me.
Ass Captain.
Thomas,
Cricket
Thomas,
Mobile.
Thomas,
Cricket Mobile's
here again.
having a moment.
You need to go to Ryan Reynolds and actually switch to Mint Mobile. I know that's going to be a lot of money for you, but maybe figure it out. So you go on mute, and I'll talk to Caroline or Ethan.
Fruity Pebbles is not a good pick. I know it's very nostalgic for you because you guys ate a lot of Fruity Pebbles as
I
children.
got Fruity Pebbles in my pantry right now. What do you mean?
I don't believe that Fruity Pebbles is a good cereal. Like, how is Fruity Pebbles considered good? Because it's just these little pebbles, and they don't
Don't
taste
tear
like
your mouth up.
anything.
It tastes like fruit.
No, they don't.
In
Well, it
the
tastes
name.
like sugar. Let's be fair. Fruity Pebbles are good. That wasn't my problem.
I don't like Fruity Pebbles.
You don't?
Car, the voice of reason.
Yeah, no. Fruity Pebbles are fine. There, you could eat a whole box of those as well.
Thomas is
Also,
just on mute.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think he's
well,
better.
yeah,
He's better. I think he
he's
can come
sad.
on. You can
Speak.
talk.
No,
Oh,
never mind.
Nope.
now you're just muted. Like you just can't hear you. Okay.
That's Cornell people. They can take your money and they won't give you Wi-Fi in
All right,
return.
so we need to rate Ben's draft of Fruity Pebbles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Count Chocula, Apple Jacks, and Red Captain Crunch. Caroline, what do you give that?
6-2.
Hater.
I've also never had Count Chocula.
Me neither.
Seen it, but
It has chocolate marshmallows in it, apparently.
it does. It's like chocolate
It's
cereal
Lucky Charms.
with
It's
monster
Lucky Charms with
marshmallows.
chocolate bites instead of with the Odie bites. And hater, by the way, hater. After that, it's a 17 at minimum.
This is going to
Out
be
of
an
10?
hour and 20-minute episode at this point. I give it a 5.6.
Wow.
I mean, I got a 4.7 from Ben, so I'm giving him 5.
Thomas, just put up like a number with your hands.
Sign
'cause we know you
language,
can't
maybe?
talk.
Middle finger.
That's a good one.
Try speaking. Try speaking again.
Yeah, like a 6-3.
We heard
All
that.
right.
So what
We heard that.
what we all learned is we all love our own boards and we hate everybody else's. So we learned absolutely
Hold on.
Not
nothing.
an eye.
We had mutual positive remarks about both of our teams
Mhm.
from the whole group.
Oh, shocker! The two younger siblings, they liked each other's
Siblings.
brackets. Oh my
And then
god!
the two older ones, yeah. We're
Yeah.
good to go.
Whoop-de-doo.
Oh, shit.
Also, just to circle back to college baseball, LSU is now up 10-2 on Florida at the
Wow.
end of the 6th inning. They're out hitting them 14-2, so I think it's kind of safe to say that maybe LSU is going to be the national championship,
Is
the
this the
national
game?
Women's
champions
basketball,
of
men's
men's baseball. Yeah, this is
Women's
the final
basketball,
game.
men's baseball. Good for them. Go
Women's
Tigers.
basketball. Oh gosh, I can't. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. I was in Chicago for that. But okay,
Oh, yeah.
let's wrap it up. This has been a long one.
Yep.
Anyone have anything exciting coming up in their lives in the next weekend? Benjamin, you can't leave yet. You have to answer this question.
Exciting. I'm going to go to bed here very shortly, and I'm going to
There
see
we
the
go.
back of my eyelids for hopefully more than 8 hours.
There we go. Thomas, anything exciting? Any golf coming up?
USAM qualifier at Colgate's course in a few weeks.
Oh, at the new course. Have you played it since the renovation?
I played it last year, 2 years ago.
Okay. So yeah.
It's awesome.
Wow. My neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Go Gate.
Patty?
Ethan?
You're coming to visit in a few
Oh, right.
days, so we're going to be spending some time together on the beach and hanging out and seeing some friends. So that's what I have exciting going on in my life. And then a few weeks from now, I'll be getting married, and we'll all
was
be
gonna say,
together.
I was going to say you're missing kind of a big thing there in
I
July.
didn't. She asked in the next week, so I answered that one first, and then added additional context.
Yeah, wow. Less than 30 days. And we'll all be together again.
We'll all be together.
Wow. Well, thank you, Ben and Thomas, for coming on
Yes.
and making
Our
our
first and
Monday
last
easy.
time on, Thomas. We've been
Nope.
told.
You'll be back.
We'll force you to come back.
Yep.
All right. Well, I hope everyone has a great week, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
If you stuck around
How
this
about them
long, thank you
Bruins?
so much.
Thank you so
How
much
about
for
them
dealing.
Bruins?
Woo!
Best team of all time.
Woohoo!